What is going on, YouTube? It is Saturday night. This is CryptoVision. We're going to go over, let's see, the top 4 crypto coins: Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and XRP. I'm thinking about maybe doing the top 3 coins and an extra coin every week like I did before. So if there's an extra coin you guys would like me to do, please let me know and I will go over it for you. But let's go ahead and see if there's any interesting news. I'll put you on my tripod here. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay. Pull up news here. See if I can get to work better than I did last night. Take just a moment. Okay, it's just taking it a while. Okay, what we'll do is hold on just a second here. Okay, here we go. Okay. See if there's any interesting news out for Litecoin. Let's see, Litecoin. Okay. We'll see if this is an actual news article here. Now this was, remember this was put out about 7 hours ago. So the aggregated crypto markets have been facing some levels of instability as of late, primarily due to Bitcoin's inability to find a significant stability above $8,000. Despite the instability, Litecoin LTC has been on the top and up and up, on the up and up, and is only trading down slightly from its monthly highs. Now, one analyst believes that Litecoin's price may soon double as it incurs significant selling pressure and sends it reeling lower. The cryptocurrency's upcoming halving event may be the source of this massive volatility. Litecoin surges toward 120, finding resistance. So it looks like we're having a resistance at about 120. Like today we've been kind of hovering between I think the lowest it might have got is 112, maybe 111. But we've been hovering between 111 and say 120 all day today. So I think something big is in the horizon for Litecoin. You know, like I said last night, the closer we get to this halving, the more you're going to really see the price of Litecoin fluctuating. That's why I've decided to take all my funds out of Ethereum for the moment and put it all in. Now I've got a couple of Litecoin. And this time I'm not going to be stupid the way I was with Ethereum. If it drops a little bit, I've learned my lesson. Yes, even I do make mistakes sometimes. I mean, it's not something somebody likes to admit, but, you know, I do make mistakes. I'm an investor myself, so, you know, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. But I really do believe that, you know, that's why I put a lot of my money, actually almost all of my money into Litecoin, because I really do believe we're going to start seeing a lot higher highs coming up here in the next couple of weeks. As I've said last night, I think in the next couple of weeks, you're going to see $135 Litecoin. I think we do need to build support around the 120 area. Once we start seeing a solid support of between 120 and 125, then I think you're going to start seeing a run up to about 135. And I think by 4th of July weekend, you could see between 125 to 140. And I would say by mid-July, like I said last night, mid-July, end of July, I really do believe we're going to see a $150 Litecoin. And remember, guys, once it's finished, you're going to see, I think what's going to happen is, like I said, it's going to go from 25 coins per block to miners to only 12.5. So you're going to see a significant drop in the supply of Litecoins. So with that, when you get a significant drop, you're going to see a significant raise in the price. You're going to see more demand, less supply. So everybody knows when that happens, it's going to skyrocket. Where is it going to stop? I don't know. There are some that think it could hit 1,000. There are some that think it hit 2,000. Me, myself, I think a realistic number would be between the 350 to 400 range, but I like to try to be conservative. That way I don't want to make wild claims that, we're going to $5,000, which I really know is probably, you would have to have they'd have to have a buyback. You'd have to have just a tremendous cut in supply of Litecoin, because right now we have a pretty decent, healthy supply of Litecoin. But if we can get that supply cut down, you're going to really see a surge. But with that said, what I would like to see is a surge, of course, but I want to see stability built too. I don't want to see it just jump to 350 or 400 and then it plummets all the way back down to $25 like it did last year. I don't want to see that. Yes, I do want to see a massive price spike, but for me, I would rather see it go up a little bit slower but steady, and I want to see more stability. And, I think with that, the more these big retailers can see that the major cryptos like Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, once they start to see more stability, I think you're going to see a lot more interest in these retailers in wanting to adopt crypto as one of their primary payment, options. So I'm thinking things are looking good right now. The last few months we have proven, I think we are out of this bear market we were in for the last few months. It's a little shaky right now, but you're not having the wild dips as you did back in February and March. So 120 does remain a key resistance level for Litecoin LTC, as it has tried and failed to multiply on multiple occasions over the past couple of days to break above the price level, which is currently year to date its high. And although this remains unclear as to whether the crypto will be able to surge past this price level with ease, it needs to drop lower first. There is a higher probability the LTC will incur significantly further volatility in the near future, as it is highly anticipated having come in. So what they're saying is they think we're going to drop. I'm thinking maybe worst case scenario, you're going to see maybe a drop to the downside of about maybe 85 to 89, worst case scenario. Best case scenario, I think maybe you'll go from 117 where it resides now to about, I'd say at least 100 and maybe 110 to between 100 and 110 is going to be your low side, and your high, like if it drops really bad, I think worst is going to be 85 to 89, maybe 90 range, but I just don't see it going past $85, 80 at the worst. But Litecoin is looking very healthy right now. The reason for me saying this is I really believe with this halving coming up, not a lot of people are going to want to sell, including me. Yeah, you're going to want to sell, like when you have little spikes, you're going to want to sell to take profits. I understand that. But for the most part, you're going to want to hold on. Now, once the halving happens, guys, that's when you want to get out. You want to take your profits. If you do have a sharp run up to, say, 350, 400, take your profits, get out, wait for it to stabilize a little bit, then jump back in and hold on to it for further gains. But I think your biggest primary time to make money is right after the halving happens or right during it. Right when you see the initial run up, You do not want to wait like days and days and days to get out, kind of like my dumbass does. I'll wait way too long, and then, hey, the ride's over. You want to wait. You sell on news. When you get that good news and you see that spike, that's when you sell. So we'll read a little bit further in this article if there's anything else interesting. Let's see. I was sleeping on the LTC being only 60 days away. Now prices up 5% and breaking out of its consolidation. So we are starting to break out of our consolidation pattern. We've been in a consolidation for Litecoin, for the last month. I've really noticed Litecoin has just basically been consolidating, and now you're finally starting to see that breakout everybody's been talking about. And that's why I myself am really starting to get excited about it again. The halving could send LTC's price skyrocketing. Let's see. We're trying to see if there's any kind of predictions on price of what it could be. But I'm not really seeing anything. But I don't know about you guys, but I'm really fired up about this. So if you got more patience than I do, hold on to your Litecoin. Back in January, I bought some when it was $24, and believe me, I wish I would have held on to it. All right, well, let's get into the technical analysis, since there's really nothing really else interesting that I think that's going on right now. So Litecoin is still retained its number 4 spot. It's got a market cap of about 7.284 bill. You're at 117.21. We're up 0.13%. Let's take a look at your 24-hour. It'll take it just a moment to load. Okay. And now, let's see. We started out the day for LTC at about 117.36. We spiked to about 118.18. Then we kind of retraced to about 116.73. Let's see. I'm going to call 114.80 your low so far. Let's see if there's any other lows. Yeah, actually 114.58 I saw. So 114.58 is going to be your low. And your high is going to be 118. Actually it did hit 120. Let's just say 120 is your high, because I did see that it hit 120. Let's say 119 to 120-ish. And as I said, guys, I think in the next week or two, if this momentum holds, no guarantees, but if this momentum holds for Litecoin, I think by the end of the week, after some good consolidation, there's going to be another price, and we're going to hit the 130 to 135-ish. And I'm thinking by the 4th of July, you're going to see $140 Litecoin, guys. So I'm really excited about Litecoin, as you can probably tell. Let's move on to the next coin. And your next coin is going to be XRP. You got your number 3. You got a market cap of about 17.347 bill. Right now you're at about 41 cents. And you're down about 2.43%. Let's take a look at your 24-hour chart. You know what, guys? Actually, I'm going to add XRP as my 4th coin again. So we're going to go ahead and add XRP as our 4th coin. I just don't. I was doing 6, but I just kind of feel like I'd like to, start off with news, and I don't want to do too many. I don't want to bore you with too much. So we started out the day at Ripple with at about 42.1, and you kind of bounced around here a little bit. Let's see. Just really 41.9. Really a lot of, God, guys, you got some. Let's see. I'm gonna call 41.8 is gonna be your low. And 42.29 is going to be your high. Guys, for the last few weeks, you've had a lot of consolidation with XRP. And I mean, with the exceptions of a few spikes, I know I said this last night and the night before, but with the exception of a few spikes here and there, you've had some massive consolidation going on. A lot of back and forth, a lot of sideways. You know, I really believe we're in for a big run up with XRP, because with all this consolidation build up, I could definitely see a massive spike. You can see a spike to 50 cents, maybe even $1, hell, maybe even $5. You know, I mean, I'm really, once this halving is over with, I'm considering maybe taking some of my Litecoin and either getting back into Ethereum or maybe even picking up some more XRP. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll let you know what I do. But XRP is looking really good. To me, it's become kind of a, it's kind of become like a stable coin, because it just doesn't seem to really, you know, go up or down hugely. So I would feel comfortable if I had to have somewhere, you know, like if you didn't want to sell and have to spend fees on stuff, you know, if you can just convert stuff, I would feel comfortable converting into XRP, because it really does hold its price well. You know, it's one of those coins that's not a crazy mover. So, but anyway, XRP is looking good. Let's move on to the next coin, which is going to be one of my favorites, Ethereum. Ethereum's your number 2 coin. You got a market cap of about 25.926 bill. Right now you're at about 243.64. We're down about 2.4%, which is not bad. A lot of your coins, that's why I think the bear market's basically, knock on wood, over. You're not seeing these 10 or 15% drops like we did back in February. A lot of these are like 0.5% drops, maybe 1 to 2% drops at the most. But, you know, hey, it's better than these huge bad ones we experienced. Let's see, your 24-hour for Ether. Yeah, basically the same pattern, guys. I mean, this looks pretty identical to a lot of the other coins. You started out the day at about 250.48. Kind of retraced to 249, 248. Ping pong action here, you know, 247, 248, 249, 250. A lot of sideways back and forth. We shot to 251.32, but then you're back down to 249. See what I mean by ping pong? Back and forth, 249, 248. Back here, 250, 249, 258. It's going back between 248, 246. You know, it's just basically kind of retraced a little bit more here, but for the most part, it's doing a lot of just a lot of backward, back and forth trading. So I'm going to call your high for Ethereum 251.18, and your low, let's say 246. Let's see what's this back here. 241.89. So 241.89 is going to be low. So I do see a $300 Ethereum, guys, but we've kind of got into a consolidation pattern for Ethereum right now, which is kind of good for me. I mean, if I do make some money on my Litecoin, what I want to do with my profits is I would like to get back into Ethereum again. So for my sake, I do see a $300 coin eventually. But for my sake, I kind of hope it stays in this consolidation pattern, because if it does, I'll be happy, 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 happy. So let's move on to the next coin, which is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is your number 1 coin. You've got a market cap of 140 trill, and you're at $7,917.60. Right now, you're down 0.99%. Take a look at your 24-hour chart. Okay. With BTC, let me get into this. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, kind of look at that, guys. It kind of looks flat. Just a lot of consolidation here. I mean, it's been I've read that it's been really tough for it to hold that $8,000 price. So right now, I would, as I've said in the past, I would, if I had $7,000 to get into Bitcoin, I would rather wait till it dropped to about maybe 7,200 before I really felt comfortable. Because right now, yeah, it looks okay, but to me it's still just a little shaky. I'm a little bit iffy on Bitcoin. Some of the other alts look a little bit better alternatives. So I guess that's why they call it altcoins. But anyway, we started out the day at about 8,1767. Popped to about 8,026. Then you kind of retrace to about 79.62, shot to 79.78. Kind of ping-ponged a little bit. Let's see. I think that's going to be your highest today, 8,040. Yeah, I think 8,040 is going to be your high. Yeah. And your low is going to be, let's see. Yeah, this is going to be your low, 8,078.50 or 78.60.07. Well, guys, Bitcoin's looking good. So, like I said, wait till about 72 to 7,500 range before I jump in. I've rambled on long enough. Guys, it's Saturday night. Crypto Vision signing out. Peace out, guys.